birds takes your mind off all kinds of things.
Yeah, I like to come here just to reflect.
Do you live in the village?
No, I used to a long time ago. I lived here for 20 years.
I lived here a while ago too. It's changed a lot since I was here.
The new houses, still. I guess people have to live somewhere these days.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thanks.
Coffee?
No, thank you, I can't drink it.
I have a grave that I like to come here and visit.
My family are all buried elsewhere. Do you know the story of the grave in unconsecrated ground behind the church wall? It's covered over by the lawn now, but it's still there.
Oh, what do you know about that?
Emily Parsons is buried there. Local girl. Lived with her family in the big house down the lane in the mid-1800s. Her father had arranged for her to marry the local magistrate. You know how they did. Join two important families together in marriage. But Emily had already fallen in love with a local girl, Clara Turner. They planned to run away together, but a servant overheard them talking and reported it back to her father. And naturally the family were mortified, so they locked Emily in her room. Clara disappeared. Local gossip said that Clara had run away, couldn't face the scandal, but Emily knew better. For 2 weeks she sat waiting at her bedroom window, but Clara didn't come. And then, one night, there was a horrendous storm. Thunder, lightning, torrential rain. And the next day, some local boys were in the orchard next to the wall at the big house, picking up the apples that had fallen, and they found something. When they went to look, it was Clara's body in a shallow grave. She'd been strangled. Rumour had it that Emily's father was responsible, that he'd arranged for it to be done and buried her there, planning to move her when the time was right, but he hadn't planned on the rain moving the soil.
Do you know if they found the murderer?
No. Emily's father was close friends with the magistrate. It was him that they'd arranged for her to marry after all. And then a story went around that a traveller had been seen in the village and he'd made advances to Clara, which obviously she'd rejected, and that he killed her, but no one remembered seeing a stranger. And then, well, eventually it all quietened down and life went back to normal.
What happened to Emily?
She fell into a depression when Clara was found and never recovered. A week later she killed herself, slashed her wrists. That's why she's buried in the unconsecrated ground. Today's the anniversary of her death.
After all these years, it's still incredibly sad.
Oh, is that the time? Oh, I'm sorry. I have to dash. Lovely to meet you. I'm Amy, by the way.
I'm Emily. Emily Parsons.